Welcome back to Twice Upon a Time. This time, Roger and I watched Season 7, Episode 7, Eloise Gardner. As always, we'll start off with a synopsis. In Hyperion Heights, Tilly, Rogers, and Henry team up to find Eloise Gardner. Tilly tells Rogers that Eloise is dead, but Rogers discovers that Weaver asked her to lie. Rogers arrests Victoria and rescues Eloise. Victoria, discovering Ivy's treachery, warns her that Eloise is more dangerous than she can imagine. Meanwhile, Ronnie works to keep Jacinda and Henry from sharing true love's kiss. In the wish realm of the past, Hook must find a new way to exact his revenge on Rumpelstiltskin. His quest sends him to a tower where he finds a trapped princess and learns of a magical flower. He obtains the flower, but goes back to save the princess. When they spend the night together, she transforms into Eloise and magically has an insta-baby to replace her in the tower. Despite having what he needs, Hook gives up the Jolly Roger and his revenge to take care of his daughter. Roger, what do you think of this episode?
It was okay. I mean, it's tighter, which I appreciate. Most of the plot is Hook and the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
It asks some questions that are a bit inconsistent with Hook, and this is maybe more of a me complaint than not. I think the episode was I thought Colin O'Donoghue's acting was great. He was fantastic here. I actually really liked the girl who plays Alice. I thought she does a good job of kind of showing the conflict she has. But there are some things that I'm like, there's a lot of poor decisions tactically by our characters, and then a morality question that I have. And then, of course, the fact that Once Upon a Time has a really bad a bad habit of this behavior with our ladies, which we'll get to at some point.
I guess just a trigger warning, there will definitely be conversation of sexual assault during this pod today.
This is the third time I think we've had this discussion?
I think this is the fourth time. Maybe it's only 3. Regina,
Zelina, now.
Okay, maybe that's...
Because I don't think we really considered Cora and Jonathan. I don't know.
Well, it certainly wasn't magical rape.
Sure. That's a phrase.
That is a phrase.
Yeah.
I like this episode too. I agree the tightness of the storytelling was really nice. How did he find I don't know. There's some I feel like there was some skipping. It felt like they filmed more scenes than we saw, and then they were like, "It's fine. It'll make sense."
I think the only way that I could connect all the dots was that Drizella sold her out. Like, this was all Drizella's and Gothel, I think is what she says her name is.
Yeah.
So they basically sold her out of what was happening.
I also like the tension that we are currently sitting on that feels good. Like, the rubber band is about to snap.
So normally, this plays off the detective finally figured it out and saved the girl and all is well, and we've thrown our villain in jail, but, we know that, this isn't what you think it is. So there's, a worse reckoning coming.
And this is the first time... So we learned that Eloise Gardner, scary captive lady, is a witch that has committed at least one reprehensible act.
Well, let's say 2, since she tried to trap Rapunzel in the tower.
Sure.
Minimum 2.
And I think this is the first time that I have felt bad for Victoria. Because I was like, it was the first time where I was like, well, Victoria had this lady locked up, and she knows that she's a bad person.
So now this is one of the questions I think is interesting, because we have painted Victoria as the villain, and she's done a bunch of villainous stuff, but she had the true villain locked up?
Yeah.
What's happening right now?
What does that mean?
And Ivy actually is also a villain based on what she was trying to do. So, what the hell is going on here? There's also a realistic point that the reason Victoria hates this woman so much is that she might be Rapunzel.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where they took this. Because she's so angry and says, "You'll never see the light of day." That seems like she was trying to be the one who was trapped. But now that's confusing, because I thought this was Cinderella's villain.
Yeah.
So Lady Tremaine isn't Lady Tremaine?
Or Rumpelstiltskin is the beast and the crocodile and the fairy godmother. Maybe she's both.
Well, he's not the fairy godmother. he just kills the fairy godmother and takes the place real quick. The fairy godmother still exists.
Well, sure, but okay. Yeah. But if you consider in the story Cinderella, the person that gives Cinderella the stuff is the fairy godmother.
But she was there. Like, it wasn't like they didn't have that character. He just exploded her real quick.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is she could be both.
Yeah, she could. That does... It actually makes more sense, since I always thought a second Lady Tremaine was stupid, that she's not actually that.
Yeah.
That she's a different character. But then this is still a second Cinderella.
Yeah.
This also points to, like, I really wish we just had Tiana in this role.
Again, no Tiana in this episode.
Because really, let's assume for a second that this isn't Lady Tremaine, that we really don't need the Cinderella story at all. Like, we could have just done Tiana. This could be her evil stepmother who kills Robin Givens and her mom, and then now we've got our conflict. You can have the evil sister still. Like, we don't really need the Cinderella story if this isn't the Cinderella villain. Also, what is it that Ivy now wants? Like, if just to make Victoria suffer, that's it? You're done?
Yeah.
You have no other plan?
And I also don't... Why would she care so much about the curse now?
What does the curse breaking change anything?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's some confusion as to, like, what she gets out of this other than... Like, I thought it was... She can get, like you said, she can get close to Anastasia, but not really, like... But now it's just, now you're just in jail. Mission over. Let's assume she'll be able to get out because she's rich and has bail money, but, like, there's... Yeah, I don't know. There's something about this that's odd. Also, is there magic or not in this land?
That's a really good question.
Because Gothel shows the ability to use magic when interacting with dirt.
Yeah.
But then Rumple has his dagger, but doesn't seem to...
I don't think it works.
But why not? Like, that's
I don't know.
Some of this is odd.
Yeah, I don't... That's a great question. I do not know the answer to that at all.
There's a lot of weird things here. Where do you want to start? Because there's a whole lot of ways we can go.
I mean, why don't we start with the B plot, Jacinda, Henry, Morani.
Okay. Regina's in a bad spot.
Yeah, she's really not... Well, Regina in the Witch Realm and Ronnie, bad spot. Except
Wagina?
Wagina. Wish Wagina.
I did like her, because we'd never seen that version of Regina, and it is kind of funny to see her powerless.
And just, like, playing dice with pirates.
But she's so weak in a way that we never really see, and she just wants to leave.
Which actually, like, doesn't feel very consistent with her character.
She would want to kill Snow still.
Yeah. And it would be fine if she was like, I gotta get out of here to, like, regroup or whatever.
No, she just wants to run.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't even, like, Regina basically went completely batshit insane, decided to dedicate her entire life to killing Snow. She gets her magic taken away and she goes, fuck it. But this isn't the only person in this who completely abandons their plan for revenge. So, like, it's like this whole episode, in this realm, these characters, like, don't have the... I don't want to say, like, fortitude, but, like, they're just not consistent with who they were in the other realm.
Well, and there were a few missed opportunities in this episode, that being one of them. Yeah. Like, Hook making a choice to give up his revenge would have been more meaningful if Regina commented on it or was not giving up her revenge.
Because you could have had a juxtaposition.
Yeah. And, like, I get it. I, like, understand that a lot of things happened to Hook and he never gave up his revenge before, but... having a baby is a big deal.
That you know of.
It's true. He might have more.
I mean, I've been making this point for a long time that he's a whoring marauder. I would be shocked if this is the first time he had a kid.
It's true. Well, it's hard to ignore when it appears instantly after your...
Totally. I'm just saying, the likelihood that this is Hook's only offspring is unbelievably low.
Also, the likelihood that he doesn't have a sexually transmitted disease is also incredibly
unbelievably low.
Like, pirates...
Maybe STDs don't exist in this world.
Maybe.
Boom.
Pirates be having syphilis left and right.
Not in this world. They also don't get scurvy.
Yeah.
No, they do. Because he actually talks about Henry, how will be getting no scurvy. He does talk about that, because he wants to make him like a grapefruit and liver breakfast or something disgusting.
Yeah, that's not... mackerel?
Mackerel, yeah. But he mentioned scurvy specifically. Yeah.
Well, which is funny because I don't think that they knew what scurvy was.
Hook does, though.
Hook does.
Hook's also unusually clean for a pirate. We've talked about that.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, the B-plot, I did appreciate when Regina is setting up the lie to Jacinda. She talks about going through the adoption process, which she now knows is fake.
Yeah.
But she just still basically plays along with the story. And I think the part where she's telling the story about Lucy going to find the favorite author is very reminiscent of Henry going to find Emma. So it's like, this basically is a repeat in her mind, and you can tell she's thinking of Henry. I don't know, like, I guess part of the problem, too, is that, like, because I don't like Jacinda, and this is both the character and I think the acting has been subpar, I didn't feel any sort of, like, loss not seeing them together. Like, I was like, I'm not invested in them.
I too am not invested in them, but Ronnie sold it for me.
Yes, I felt bad for Regina.
Yeah.
I didn't feel bad that Henry and Jacinda weren't getting together. I felt bad that Regina was forced to do what she didn't want to do.
She felt so bad about doing that. And she...
Though everything she says is correct, strangely enough. It's not like she lies. A new unstable relationship will not look appropriate.
Yeah. I also really liked that Henry, like, clocked Ronnie in that conversation where he's like, this is a really nice thing that you're doing for Jacinda, like, giving her a job. Like, I know you want to look all tough, but, like, we all know that you're soft on the inside and you care.
Well, and that's post-redemption Regina. That is Regina.
Yeah,
she
of
plays
course.
The external...
Especially to Henry.
Well, even, like, even if you think back to, like, Camelot, where, like, she tries to use Zelina's wand, but can't because she's simply not evil enough anymore. And Hook kind of calls her on. It's like, oh, ironically, you're too good to use this now.
She is able to use it later, though.
Yeah. I'm not sure why.
I think she tapped into something. I don't know.
Who fucking knows?
Yeah, I thought that was, like, a quick... I mean, it was smart of Ivy, but again, I don't actually know why Ivy cares about the curse being broken now.
I mean, I will say that they've done a good job in this season of keeping the mystery alive, so I'm okay that we don't know, because they will probably reveal it later. It does seem like she's moving the chess pieces around to make everyone suffer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that she just wants Victoria to suffer. She wants Henry to be unhappy. She wants Lucy to be unhappy. She wants everyone
At a
miserable.
minimum, she doesn't care.
I don't know. It seems like she's going out of her way to make them mad. Because, like, for example, as we talked about at the very end of the episode, she absolutely could have volunteered to take Lucy.
Yeah.
So, like, she did want to... Now, maybe she doesn't want to be inconvenienced, but, like, it just seems like she wants to punish her.
Yeah.
So she has a level of malice towards Jacinda that I don't understand.
And especially, I mean, I know we think Lucy is annoying, but, like, little kid doesn't deserve to live in the foster system. Like,
no. I mean, Lucy is annoying, and she's young Snow levels of bad, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know.
Lucy trying to, like, stand up to Victoria I was just like, this is not at all convincing.
One of my number one dislikes, that confrontation with Victoria felt very flat, especially when you compare it to, like, how Henry would confront Regina, and that felt more meaningful because you knew Regina actually cared about him. So, like, there's just nothing there between those two. Like, you know that Lucy is just a pawn. Lucy's not particularly a good actress. The character's not particularly heartwarming. So you're just like, what does she say? Like, no matter what, we'll beat you. And you're just like,
Victoria felt, like, really inert in this whole episode. Like, I know that she lost. Like, that's what happened in this episode. But she, like, doesn't have a retort for Lucy. She, like, doesn't... Like, at the end, she feels so broken when she's, like, being put into the police car.
Yeah, this felt like... So I feel like if this is right after the previous episode, like, remember how she had the migraine and didn't feel good? This feels like a Victoria who's kind of, like, frazzled.
Yeah.
Like, because normally she's calm, she's steely.
And how did she not know Ivy was awake?
That actually does make sense. Because if you think about the way that she is so dismissive of Ivy,
I guess
she wouldn't think about... Like, it's kind of like, I don't think about you at all. Yeah. And to be fair, for the most part, here's what I don't get. Why is Victoria awake? We don't even think Victoria cast a curse.
I mean, I think because it was designed for Victoria to think that she did cast the curse.
Gotcha.
Because someone had to be the villain.
Had to be. So she set her up to be the villain.
Yeah. Although, actually, that's a good point because, like, I feel like a curse that would function a lot better is if no one knew what was happening. Except that, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't work for... She could have just set Victoria up in a miserable curse life.
Yep. She could have set herself up to be the one in charge of Victoria and punishing. Like, she actually set herself up to be punished if she cast this curse because she's still dealing with Victoria, treating her like shit.
Yeah.
And if she could have cast it, she could have made Victoria her, like, maid and just be abusing her the way that... Like, this is not a very good curse if she did it.
I feel like Ivy isn't as smart as she thinks that she is.
Well, I think Ivy's probably getting played.
Yeah.
Clearly. Fair. That's pretty much all I have on the B plot. Like,
Did we talk about how nice Ronnie's bar is? The outdoor patio.
Oh, the new
I want to go to this bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all I have on not the A plot.
Yeah. There wasn't a ton here. I mean, it's moving the plot along. I mean, the big issue is that I just don't understand why we don't use Tiana at all.
Yeah.
That, to me, just is a miss. It's a huge miss.
And, like, what happened to Facilier?
I know.
Where he at?
I agreed. Okay, A plot or store or flashback. I mean, I know they're tied together, but, like, there's a lot in both.
I guess let's do the flashback first, because I think it, like, feeds into the...
Regina is funny to see.
She tries to choke out me, and then she just, like, whimpers.
Well, what's great, it's very much what Regina does to Gisela. Because if you remember, she goes for the choke, and then there's nothing there. And it's like the same kind of like... Regina's first instinct is to choke you. I don't know why it is, but the first thing she wants to do is grab you by the neck and choke you. She's got a Darth Vader complex a little bit. And then after that, it's a fireball. Like, those are her 1-2, like, moves 100% of the time. But yeah, her whimper was... She looks so broken here. I guess that is... What is odd is that, like... The other thing that doesn't make sense is that Regina wasn't even allowed to harm Snow and Charming anyway directly.
Yeah.
So, this whole Wish Regina being broken this quickly is silly. Also, can we talk about, like, this all comes from Emma's wish, right?
It comes from...
Or is it the Evil Queen's
The Evil
wish?
Queen's wish.
I wish to send Emma to a place where she got everything she ever wanted.
Yeah.
But it's from the Evil Queen, but it is based on what Emma would have wanted.
Yeah. I guess?
So maybe that's why the character... That now makes more sense. If these are characters that Emma would dream up, this is why Regina is so much weaker, and this is why Hook is so much different.
Yeah, except that... I just don't... Like, I hear that.
Yeah.
It makes sense that they would be different if they're based on someone's wish. But the way that Emma herself is in the Wish realm is not how real Emma would want to be.
We don't know that.
Well, except at, like, the end of the episode, she's like, oh my god, I was such, like, a whimpering pussy.
Yeah. Because she doesn't like that because it doesn't really fit who she is. Like,
right.
But that's because she lived the life that she did.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be someone who went through what she went through and be that sniveling, weak-seeing girl. A girl who grew up a princess with everything ever given to her can be that. So, like, that you're asking Emma, who went through what she went through, to look at a girl who got everything handed to her and be like, oh, I'm okay with that. No, she's not going to like that. But that is who she would have been.
Okay, she wishes... I think what the Evil Queen says is, I wish that Emma never had to be the savior, which is not the same as...
That's what she says?
I mean, I'm on the wiki for Once Upon a Time,
yeah.
so
Okay.
I can't guarantee that it's, like, 100% accurate.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. It is, they are a little different. I for sure Regina. But Hook, I'm not convinced that Hook is that different. Just tell me more.
Okay. So, the Hook that we know cares about one thing and one thing only.
Uh-huh.
Purely his revenge. So, this is the first time we hear about his mother. We've never heard about his mother before. And we
Sure.
find out that his mother dies when he's young, and then he's abandoned by his father. So, let us remember the events that essentially, in the crocodile, Hook is okay taking a mother away from their children. Something that he later talks about regretting and making him the villain of the story.
Abandoning people just isn't my thing. He literally said that.
I know. But he did abandon Neil.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of how you feel about Rumple, you could have had Mila take Neil with you.
Yeah.
So, this Hook acts like the type of Hook that Emma would want him to be. Which is, I am going to give up my revenge to take care of my child. When in reality, Hook wasn't going to give up anything. He was going to give up everything to get his revenge. But in this one, he just switches and he grows a conscience out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought. I don't know.
Also, his mother leaving him at a young age would have shaped him massively. The same way his father abandoning him would have shaped him. So there's no way in fucking hell he would have been okay with Mila abandoning Bae.
Yeah.
That just would bother him too much. Look at the way he looks at Gothel in disgust. You're going to just leave the child?
Yeah. I mean, I get that. I think something that's like slightly different in this situation is if he leaves that child, there isn't anyone to take care of the
100%.
child.
But he's still disgusted with the idea that a mother would leave her son. And even if he's there, he's like, but how could you do this to the kid?
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. He is a little different. I mean, I get that. I understand that he... I mean, it's kind of bullshit, especially in a show about found family, but, like, that is his child.
It is. Totally.
Yeah, I mean, I see that.
And, like, he's always had a bit of a paternal love for Neil.
I mean, Smee is also both surprised and not surprised that he went back for that princess.
Well...
To bang? Not so much.
He's not surprised because he's always said beautiful women have been kind of your undoing.
Yeah.
And obviously she clocked that pretty quickly. So, like, I think that's the... Which, it only makes sense if this Hook is basically a combination of the Hook that we know and the Hook that Emma wants him to be. Because there's really nothing that should have taken him down this path. Like, if we think about how Hook's life actually went, he wasn't this, like, compassionate, decent human being. Other than, I guess, what we see with Aurora. Because she did nothing wrong to him when he gives her her heart back. But he is definitely single-minded.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, this Regina isn't this willing to be broken that quickly.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, if you think about the classic Regina, she doesn't lose her magic and go, fuck it, I quit. She would take a knife and try to stab Snow White.
Yeah.
We know that, because we see that in the jail. Like,
Yeah.
we just know that Regina... So, like, these people seem to be more like and we've talked about before that, like, Emma sees Hook a little bit differently than what Hook really is. Mm-hmm. So if this is off her imagination, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I also... I mean, I guess he just, like, didn't care because she wanted to bang. But, that princess is, like, 20 tops. Like, she's really young. And she says, "It's been a while for me." And I was like, girl, your hair is, like, so long. How long have you been in this tower? How old are you? Who you be banging up in this tower?
Well, no one in a while. She's also definitely not 20 with her hair that long.
Well, sure, but, like, she looks 20.
Sure. He also looks 30 and he's 180.
Okay. I mean, he's just like, whatever.
Looks can be deceiving.
We're gonna do it.
Beautiful woman comes on to Captain Hook. I don't know, what are you expecting here?
He forgets everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's his weakness, though, right? Actually, it's funny. This kind of reminds me of, you remember when Emma says, "I know your type"? It's pretty blondes.
He does like pretty blondes, yeah.
What is that girl? A pretty blonde.
Yep. I didn't quite remember the specifics of the magical rape in this scenario. Because I was like, I remembered that she disguised herself, which is problematic, but, like, not the worst thing that a person could do. But I think forcing him to have a child with her so that she could abandon it and leave is pretty bad.
I mean, forcing probably isn't the right term, because Hook more than consented. So if this is essentially the Zelena Part 2. Mm-hmm. Like, The only one that I think is probably forced against their will is Regina and
Graham.
Because Robin's is morally worse because he thinks that's his wife.
Yeah.
So that one is a massive deception. This one he thinks is a pretty blonde girl.
She's a slightly older, pretty blonde in real life.
She's not really blonde, right? She's like...
I don't know what's going on with her hair, but it's blondish.
It's not the bleach light blonde.
Gray,
it's dirty.
ash.
It is what it is. I think the deceptive part is the like impregnating herself and then magically, in a day she found 9 months worth, and then they're like, okay, kid's out of here. And then what's weird is that she looks at him and is like, well, we can go now. Like, we can dip out. And you're just like, that's dark. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You just gonna leave the kid to die?
Just gonna leave it. And I don't... Yeah. She was just waiting for some handsome man to come...
Climb her tower. Literally.
I think she was probably hoping for a prince and not a pirate.
Does it matter?
I guess it doesn't.
Man's a man. Like, I don't... If Shmi had gone up there, I think she would have been like, you know what, let's do this. When one's hair is that long, I don't think she's that picky. Any male will do.
I don't think that anyone's hair could ever grow that long.
Was that also a deception?
I guess.
Because it's not there in the morning.
Well, yeah.
So that was just like, what was she doing that for?
I mean, theoretically, we haven't seen the Rapunzel other than the reference to her, but that's Rapunzel's thing. So maybe she's like pretending to be Rapunzel.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, how did Rapunzel get the drop on her and flip it?
On Gothel, I don't know.
That seems...
Every time I say her name, I think I'm giving something away because I've been trying not to say it for 7 episodes.
Fair. But like, Rapunzel is not magical. She's not particularly known as a warrior, and this like evil conniving witch gets tricked by her?
That's a great question.
Yeah. Also, I don't know the story of Rapunzel well enough to know what their beef is, normally.
Yeah, okay, there's a couple... The Disney movie is different than the, like, Grimm fairy tale. There's also there's like a cute Easter egg when Hook climbs up the ladder and she's holding a cast iron frying pan that's like from the movie Tangled. In the Disney movie, she's trying to hit him with the frying pan.
I did know that, yeah.
In the Disney movie, she is a princess, and the Gothel takes her and locks her in a tower so that she can use her magical hair to make herself look young.
To make Gothel look young.
Correct. And then Rapunzel doesn't know that she's a princess because she was taken when she was a baby.
Yeah,
and then she wants to go. It's her birth. She knows when her birthday is, and she goes out with Flynn Rider, and they go, and then she figures out that she's the princess, and then whatever. In the original story, there's like a man and his wife, and they live next to this beautiful garden, and while the woman is pregnant, she cannot stop thinking about eating greens, specifically Rapunzel, which is a type of green. And he sneaks over the wall and steals it, and then his wife wants more and more. He steals it again. The witch catches him, and she says, you can live if you give me your baby. And he says yes. I don't really remember why she wanted the baby, though.
Probably to make herself young.
I don't think so, because I don't think she's magical. It's like she doesn't have magical hair in the Grimm fairy. I mean, it's really long, and she uses it to climb the tower, but it's not like youthifying hair or anything. Yeah. And then also, we talked about this in season 3. The Life is Made of Moments. Do you remember when we talked about that? There's a musical called Into the Woods, and Rapunzel is a main character. Rapunzel and the witch are main characters in that as well.
Also, the curse talks about you can't leave unless a blood relative is left in your place.
Why?
Blood magic.
I guess it makes it more...
It stops her from getting out.
I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't just make it so, like, no one can get out, but I guess, like, I understand that, like, you you might be willing to just ask a stranger to come in for you, or just random, like have once a week, it's my day in the tower. But you're not going to just like abandon your child in there. Hopefully.
One would think not. So here's the other thing. This Hook basically has no life's purpose anymore. Mm-hmm. It's over, right? He can't kill the Dark One. He has no one who loves him. He has no one who's with him. Why can't this Hook just say, okay, I'm going to raise this kid, and then you leave, and I will take your place and I die here?
Wait, sorry, one more time?
Hook can basically take the place of Alice in the tower because he is her blood relative.
Oh.
He could just say, you leave and go live your life. I will die here. He has nothing else to do anymore.
Did she say blood relative or blood descendant? Maybe it has to be.
Maybe it's a descendant?
Yeah.
But then Alice wouldn't be able to leave without a child. And I don't think Alice... She's too young, it looks like, to have had a child.
I don't think that's true.
She looks like she's like 16.
No, I think she's like 20.
20.
19, 20. I mean, young, but not too young.
Not too young, actually. But I mean, like, yeah, theoretically he could... I mean, let's assume that it's not descendant and it's blood relative. Also, like, maybe she said descendant because Gothel's parents are probably dead. Like,
sure.
She probably has to create a relative in her case. Yeah, it makes more sense for Hook to raise her, let her live her life, and then he just retires here. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, Hook is done.
Although he does still have that flower. He could get his revenge if he wants.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like a loose plan to me, but...
So I did like his plan of, like, trapping an immortal Rumpel forever in a cage.
Yeah.
Is pretty diabolical.
I don't know how he was going to do that with a flower, but, like...
I don't know. Especially in the land without magic.
But who knows how magic
I guess
is.
they're not in the land without magic.
No, they're in the witch realm.
Witch realm. Also, his plan is to go at an enraged and crazed Rumpel. Like, remember, Belle's dead here.
Yeah.
Rumpel has lost his mind. Like, I'm pretty sure we watched him throw Nottingham through a mountain.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the guy I'd go at.
Agreed.
But you do you, Hook. Like, maybe he... I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, so, like, the flashback is... It's nice, but, like, without the, like, added element of me assuming that these are Emma's versions of these people, none of this makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Regina's too weak. Hook all of a sudden grows a conscience that he just has never shown. Because he's okay with this because he does it with Mila and Bay and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I don't know. The flashback was fine, but it definitely is like, are you the people I know or not?
Well, I guess they're the people we know now.
Sure.
All those other people are gone.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, Wedge.
All
right, let's talk about the modern day plot.
Yes. I do really like thinking, knowing what we know about him giving up his revenge to take care of his daughter, that his obsession in the curse is finding someone instead of killing someone. I think that's kind of like an interesting...
twist?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually very much Rumpel's curse.
Yeah, actually.
Like, he's basically become the Rumpel of Season 1 who is trying to get to... Now, it's interesting that, like, he was essentially trying to find his attacker.
That's so much worse. That's just mean.
Kind of fucked up. Like, he sets the witch free. The other thing is that, like, I'm surprised Victoria is a bad villain. She has no failsafe.
Which I guess makes sense because, I mean, not that she is a villain, but she's not the villain. Like, she did not cast this curse.
Oh, yeah.
But so, like, Ivy didn't give a shit. She's like, whatever.
But there's a bigger villain in place that you have to know if they get out can wreak havoc on the world. You had no failsafe for that.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like it seems like Gothel's power is drawn from plants, dirt, and her idea was, I'll just lock her in this building where there's no plants or dirt or light.
Why not kill her?
That's a great question.
Like, I know we have long since disagreed about, like, why kill people or not, but, like, what is the value in leaving her alive to just...
It's so, like, you can bring her tea every day like a servant?
Maybe she needed her to wake like, did Gothel do something to Anastasia?
Maybe. I mean, I guess the only evidence we have is that Victoria has been talking to Gothel about how to wake Anastasia up.
She must need her for something.
Yeah.
Like, her reasons for doing the things she's done don't make a ton of sense to me.
Yeah, I agree. Well, and I guess it's hard to know how many of those things were things that
Ivy did
she planned or that Ivy planned for her to do.
But even like Ivy's choices, like if Ivy was the one that cast the curse, why did you put Anastasia's coffin inside of the city? Put it right on the edge where she can never get to it.
Or just like
don't bring her over.
Kill her?
Well, maybe she doesn't want to kill her sister.
Sure, but like if she's trying to, I mean, if her sister is dead, like I recognize that she has one last breath and is.
But she's not dead. She's on the verge of death.
Yes, but like saving her sister is a This is Emma turns Hook into a Dark One situation. I mean, like, I guess we don't know that for sure, but it seems like it's very hard to save this girl. Like, she's dead. She died.
This feels like Regina not letting go of Daniel.
Yes.
Agreed. But Daniel's heart was crushed. That's a little different.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I said this in a previous episode. We have struggled casting our lady villains in the show far often because their motivations have always been so complex that they often don't make sense. Whereas, like, you know what Peter Pan's motivation was? I want to be lived forever because I'm a selfish motherfucker.
Yeah, that's true.
I get it. I understood Peter Pan from, like, day one. It's just real simple. We understood Cruella's motivations. I just want to splash around in the darkness.
Yeah.
Hades.
He's like, they tried to make him more complex, but they like didn't do a good job.
But ultimately, he was just kind of basic evil. But
he was bad at it.
He was bad. But he needed to trick Zelina into being truly in love with him. But he obviously was truly in love with her, so that he could restart his heart and blah 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 blah. Other thing, random side note: we've often talked about the theme that evil is not born; it's made. They actually disprove that with the existence of Cruella. She was not made evil. She was born evil.
I think that that's interesting. I guess, and maybe not a great commentary on mental illness. Cruella has a mental illness. Like, she is certifiably nuts. I
mean, she's immoral, but like, I don't know that she is like. She is in control of her actions, and she's very.
She's a sociopath.
She's a sociopath, absolutely. But I mean, like, that's not. Like, I get what you're saying, but like, we got a decent amount of sociopaths in this show.
That's true, or like at least sociopathic behavior.
Regina has sociopathic behavior. Rumpel has sociopathic behavior. Hook has sociopathic behavior.
Although I guess if you really dig down to the core of what a sociopath is, is like, I don't care. Like, I just want to splash around and have fun. Yeah. And that Cruella is like one of the only people that is like that.
Who
in this whole
stole
show.
his own. Yeah, but like she.
But you were right. She was born that way.
She wasn't made that way. And part of me wonders, is Gothel another one of these? Just like evil to the core, just rotten from the beginning.
Yeah. Gothel is. I know Gothel is one of my least favorite villains in this whole show.
That's saying something.
I know.
We've got a lot of bad villains. It is interesting. If I don't think Gothel's... I think they messed up. I think they messed up in the casting. Like, now they've gotten, like, Ivy, Victoria, Gothel. Too many.
Yeah.
And Facilities should be around here somewhere. Like, all right, you've gone too far. Sometimes it's just nice to have one overarching villain and we go attack them.
And everyone can't stop painting Weaver as a villain, even in their curse brains.
I don't mind that, though, because that is true to who he is.
It was so heartbreaking to watch that scene between Rogers and Weaver, because, like, Weaver did that to save Rogers. That was why he did it.
Which is funny, because Weaver, this is the Rumpel that we know. Now, he's changed, he's become a better man, but, like, he still should not like Hook. This is still Hook-headed. This is still the man that stole your wife and forced your son to grow up without her. And yet he's like, not forgiven him, but seems to try to help him. Rumpel would never help Hook. Like, he wants to bury the hatchet in his skull. If he's helping Hook, it's to save Henry. Or it's to, like, there's another purpose for it. He's doing this only to help Hook.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of time that we don't know anything about.
You talking about the time of Belle?
We have not seen Hook and Rumple interact in the other realm, but I assume that occurred. Because like the last we saw last we saw, Rumple arrived in the other realm and was talking to Regina about his plan to get rid of the dagger.
Yeah.
And Nook is also there, but they like haven't interacted. And like,
interesting.
Like there's we don't know.
There's gonna have to be more to that story because also at that point that Nook still wants to kill Rumple.
I think that he doesn't care anymore.
Like he's moved on.
Yeah.
I guess if he's now searching for his daughter.
Yeah.
He's got a bigger thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which apparently she gets out.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because we know that she got out before the curse happened, but you're not supposed to. Maybe I don't know. Whatever.
Rogers outsmarted Weaver in this episode, which is pretty.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Pretty big deal. Like
he underestimates Rogers.
Yeah, he does.
He calls him a bad detective, and to be fair, Rogers had shown to be a pretty mediocre detective, but his obsession.
He's also a really new detective.
Yeah, but like even someone who's new to it might just have an aptitude for it, like really clever. Like Henry would probably be a great detective because like he's good at piecing clues together, like Awake Henry. But yeah, he does see through, and he gets lucky. Oddly enough, though, like happenstance happens to be that the bottle of liquor splashes onto the page, and then he puts the clues together. He kind of found that by accident. I also like that whole scene in the police evidence room was so unlike any other scene I've ever seen from Hook and Rumple. The closest I could think was Camelot, when Hook and Emma have that conversation where Hook reveals that he was the villain of the story all along. Mm-hmm. Like, it's like a heartfelt, real conversation, but it's like the roles are inverted.
Yeah.
It's not Rumple trying to fuck over Hook. He's lying to him, but like for his own good.
Yeah. Well, and also, but 2 layers. Regina. Victoria said that she would kill Rogers to solve this problem. Like that is what she said to Rumple.
I will find someone to stop him more permanently. Yeah.
But also, I have to assume, because he's awake, that Rumpelstiltskin knows who Gothel is and does not want her to be freed. I mean, we don't know that for sure, but like Rumpelstiltskin always knows everything. Yeah. Like it seems unlikely that he does not know that Eloise Gardner is Gothel and that she should not be released.
He might not care.
I don't know.
It's unclear on that one.
We just don't have enough information, but
a decent amount of time, when you think about like Rumple through the years, he's very non-concerned with the other villain unless you're gonna like he didn't care about the Snow Queen until she was gonna get in his way.
But he's different. He's different.
That's true. He is different. But usually when he is focused on a task, it's not so, like if she said she was gonna hurt Henry, he's gonna take her out.
Yeah.
But like he's like, whatever. If Gothel's revenge is going to come at the expense of Victoria and Ivy, he might just be like, that's not my problem. I've got better things to deal with.
Well, and I mean, I guess this has not explicitly been, but the camera angle and her name is like too hard to resist. Tilly is Alice.
Absolutely. There's the flash from the daughter. Well, actually, we know Tilly is Alice because when he says Alice, it's like that's the Alice that we know, which is wild. That Hook's child is Alice in Wonderland.
It is wild, but Weaver has a thing with Tilly. Like we understand. Like she's the one that woke him up. He trusted her enough to tell her about the cup, and he gave it to like.
Which means he knows that Alice's father is probably.
Yes, and like I don't even if he doesn't like Hook, like he likes Alice.
Well, and now I'm not so like I think he would kill Hook without a question, but he's not going to separate a father from his daughter. Yeah. That's always been his
I don't know that he would do that now.
But I'm saying even if he wanted to kill him, that's the line that he's always shown he's not willing to cross.
For sure.
Because we see that with like Robin and his kid.
The music in the scene where Weaver and Rogers are having that conversation was so scary.
Yeah, it was
like it really felt like that. We're just like pulling that rubber band. It's like really gonna snap soon.
Also, let's talk about the final scene. Kind of like they go to the abandoned warehouse.
Did Victoria move her?
Yeah, she had to have.
Okay.
Why would you move her out of your tower is the safest place?
Oh, but Ivy knows where that is.
Yeah, but now you deal with Ivy. The only person Ivy, why would you not just deal with the Ivy problem? Instead, you try to basically move her. Like, what? You put her out into the world. What the hell were you thinking? Like, this was a terrible idea. Keep her in the tower, force her to get a warrant, you take Ivy out if you have to. No one's going to go up to a secret floor that no one knows about. The only person who can say it is Ivy. But you moved her into the world, now Rogers can come find her.
Except Ronnie's been there.
Yeah, but Ronnie never saw Gothel.
That's true, she didn't.
In fact, I don't even think the chain was there, which was strange.
Which makes me wonder...
Was that chain ever real?
Ronnie probably knows something about Gothel, even though she didn't see her.
I don't think so. Regina might. I don't know that Ronnie
Right, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know, that's not clear. But then, like, Victoria does nothing here. Nothing.
Yeah, she
sees that. She tries to call on the phone real quick. Like, you can't be on my property. I have your badge for this. And then once he slaps her phone down, she's just like, oh, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, the big bad villain just surrendered? What the fuck is happening right now? And then, like, you would think if you knew what Gothel is, you were going to fight to, like even trying to explain, like, this is not what you think it is. She just says nothing. She just lets Rogers go and release the villain. Like, what the fuck? Why did Victoria just sit here?
Yeah. I think the only explanation is she's not really as powerful as she thinks she is, and she certainly isn't because she was put in this position by Ivy's curse.
But, like, she doesn't even, like, the desperation should kick in. She just doesn't emote here. She doesn't do anything. She just freezes.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, say it. Like, this is not the innocent girl that you think it is. This woman is I don't know if she knows the circumstances of what she did to Hook, but, like, if you do, this is the time to say it.
Especially, I feel like something that would have been even more fitting and, like, really digging in on that Victoria is an irredeemable villain is her getting mad at Ivy for hurting Anastasia again. Like, you're preventing me from saving my daughter, who I like more than you.
Yeah. Yeah, the Anastasia thing also doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
Like, this character, I've gone back and forth, and now I'm just like, oh, we didn't need you. I just don't think Victoria Belfry was an add to this show.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Ivy's been fine, but, like, I think Victoria should have stayed in the past.
Yeah. Rogers telling Tilly he's disappointed in her was, like, it almost made me cry. She was so sad.
I understand I'm just disappointed you're not the person I thought you were. I don't know if I've heard a more dad statement come out of Hook's mouth. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. It was like, ooh. Also, what a fucked up family reunion. Here's Alice looking at her father that she doesn't know is her father. Father looking at the daughter that he doesn't know is the daughter. The mother, who the father saved, raped daddy to create the thing, and the mom's the only one in the know.
Yeah, that's really messed up.
Yeah.
It's really messed up.
Also, was part of the curse... I don't know what's happening up there. Was part of the curse that Rogers would be obsessed with finding Eloise Gardner?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the
notebook.
The notebook, which is not real. Like, that was created for the curse.
Yeah.
Like, Eloise Gardner is not a real person. It was created for the curse.
For the curse, yeah.
But, okay, who are these minions with the tattoos now? I want to know this.
I thought they were working for Victoria, but I don't think they were. Maybe they were working for Ivy?
Or maybe maybe they were working for Gothel and Victoria took them as her minions when Gothel got captured.
I think we'll see the guy who died again. Like, we'll figure out what he is.
Who apparently Ivy poisoned.
Yeah.
She just said that like it was nothing, too.
Actually, I think he was working with Ivy. That's why she was able to poison.
That must have been who he was calling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything else before I have 2 lines?
I have one more disliked. You're trying to tell me that Ivy and Gothel weren't smart enough to vacuum up dirt?
Or clean her shoes. Why would you just leave her shoes under her desk?
The only way that makes sense is if they wanted Victoria to find this out, which I think they did. I think this was the plan the entire time.
Yeah.
They needed to put her in a situation where she felt like she couldn't keep her safe in the tower and then move her, so this was the play the whole time.
Yeah.
My only question is the same thing, like, whether it's Regina or Zelina or Gothel, why?
Yeah, it's It's honestly, as a woman, it's like kind of offensive.
As a person, it's offensive. And like, I'd be fine if you're just not like if Gothel was an irredeemable monster. I have no problem with this, right? Because that's what it is. But like, I can't imagine Hook doing this and then we're like, oh, but he's a good guy now. Just kind of ignore what he does to that woman. But he's a good guy now. You're like, gross.
It also, I think.
I will say at least this one, it felt like the scenario called for it. Unlike in the past where Regina was doing it for pleasure and Zelina was doing it just to fuck with Regina, this one did feel like Gothel had to do this, quote unquote.
Yeah, it just happened to happen to
You just happened to happen to Hook. Yeah, but like Zelina, there was really no need for all that.
There really was not.
Other than I'm trying to fuck Regina through fucking Robin.
Melodrama and magic don't make great.
And also, whoever trapped her also basically created the circumstances that the only way for her to get out was for her to take advantage of someone like this.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of horrifying.
Now I have lines.
Tilly's delivery of "Hello, detective."
My first one.
When she's selling those stolen watches.
Hello, detective.
It was so good. Why? I guess she's British because Hook is British. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, but she's like British, like Zelina's British. It's a different.
She's type. even different. She's like closer to the Cockney accent.
Yeah. Which makes sense because she's a poor.
Wow.
Well, Smee, we don't have any children. Well, that you know of. Foreshadowing, and also,
it's true.
How many times have we been saying, "Hook, you gotta have some kids out there, man."
It's true.
Or I thought we might be sterile, but that's not true.
That's definitely not true. Speaking of that, where'd you get a baby from? The usual place.
Your balls. And that, I love that he's like, where'd you get a baby from? It's like, well, the logical answer is that she already had a baby here and you just didn't notice it. The wild answer is that, you made that last night.
And I gave birth this morning silently.
In 9 months. Did she fast forward time?
I mean, we've seen fast forward pregnancies twice.
That's true.
Not usually
not this
the
fast.
Same day,
yeah,
but...
This was a hyper... She was working on that potion for, I guess, as long as anyone can remember.
But the potion does work instantly as soon as someone takes it.
That's true.
It's just that they had been pregnant for longer.
Guess it works. It just pops out. Hook. I'm Captain Hook. I can take care of one wily witch. Well, you did take care of her. I don't think that's what you meant, though.
Yeah. I don't have any more.
We already talked about it, but I do love I understand. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite lines, because we don't hear a lot of cursing in this show, and the last time I recall hearing it was Regina, fillet the bitch. Well, I'll let you bitch about your new boss in private.
Which is also just very, I mean, it's funny to hear someone swear, but also, such an interesting character trait that they have, carried over. Because I feel like Ronnie is a little different than Regina, but not in, vast ways. Regina loves to bitch about a person, but the way that Ronnie is just yeah, whatever, you can bitch about me, it's fine.
I mean, Ronnie feels a little bit more hardened. Ronnie feels like a caricature of early Regina, but less evil and just more street hardened.
Yeah, and she's also more grounded because she's not
the evil
magical.
Queen. Yeah.
All right, I have 2 favorite moments and 1 ridiculous moment.
3 favorite moments, 2 ridiculous moments.
Okay, you go first.
Regina not having magic.
That was good.
We don't ever see the evil queen really without magic, so to see how... Now, I don't love the characterization, but it's funny to see how, she's just a normal wench. She just looks so powerless and defeated, and she just gives up, and you're like, this is jarring.
That's true. Roger's outsmarting Weaver.
Yep.
That was a big moment, and obviously well acted from the 2 of them, as always.
Yeah. Drizella and Victoria's little moment at the end. I really liked how Drizella was like, I won. I got everything I wanted. Victoria's like, you stupid little girl.
Also, we're in episode 7, Drizella, so I don't know. I don't know about that.
You probably didn't win the season. But it was such a, like, you stupid, foolish little girl. Like, that's kind of all I could think of. I think it's Granny who says that to Snow when she's like, you reckless, foolish little girl, you just let the big bad wolf out. Yeah, well, Gisela, you just let the big bad wolf out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, we can say that it's not in Hook's character all we want, but I'm a huge sap, and Hook giving up the Jolly Roger and his revenge for his child, especially in front of Regina, that get me every time.
Yeah, I mean,
me in here,
I have Hook grows a conscience. Like, that's my third favorite moment.
My most ridiculous moment is Instababy.
So my first ridiculous moment is that Hook grew a conscience.
Love it. Love that it's your favorite and ridiculous. I think that's great.
I am happy that he did it, but nothing about the Captain Hook that I have learned about over these 6 to 7 seasons indicates this was within him like this.
Yeah.
Especially knowing all the things. Like, again, if the events of the crocodile never happened, I'm in. But they did happen. You only had one ridiculous moment?
Yeah.
My last one is Victoria. Like, the walls are closing in on you, and you just sat there and did nothing. Like, I'm not saying you had a right play, but try fucking something.
Anything at all.
Her desperation was just, I got handcuffed and I sat here quietly. What?
It was very confusing.
3 losers, 2 winners.
Ooh, 1 loser, 2 winners.
1 loser being Victoria?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, I have Victoria as one of my losers, for
Obviously. For all the reasons that you just said.
Loser number 2, Alice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That disappoint, like, she did the wrong thing. I know she thought it was for the right reason, but, like, the look of disappointment from Rogers.
I'll take that.
That hurt Tilly. Like, that hurt her a lot.
Also, she got trapped in a tower.
Yeah, the circumstances of her birth are rough.
I mean, we know that she gets out, I guess, but...
Sure. Also, like, she was created out of sexual assault.
Well, and yes. And we also know it just gets worse from here because they have poisoned hearts, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Okay, I wrote that down. That's a good one.
Loser number 3, Hook. Now, you did get what you were looking for, but what you wanted is going to cost you, and that's just current day Hook. We're not even talking about the past Hook, who got tricked. Now, he got to have some sex. Sounds like it was good. And then had to give up his ship and take care of the baby that's trapped in it. That is his daughter.
Yeah.
That led to the events of the current day.
I had a hard time with this one for a variety of reasons. I almost put Hook as well.
Yeah.
Hook got raped. But I do think that we know how much he cares about his daughter. So I sort of was like, okay, well, he ended up getting something he wanted out of this, even though he didn't know he wanted it. So I decided to dismiss that. And then I was stuck on the he just released this villain into the world, but he doesn't know that yet.
But he still did it.
Hook thinks he won today.
Thinking he won and actually winning are 2 separate things. And the thing was that he thinks that he is saving this innocent girl who's been the victim and trapped, but in reality he isn't. That's why I have.
Yeah, I think I get it.
Everything he wanted was things. Now I will say him outsmarting Weaver, but actually that was the worst possible outcome. This is the one time you needed to lose for Rumple here.
I did put him as a winner.
I know you did.
I just
let's point out that you put out a rape victim as a winner. I want you to think about that and just
sexual assault survivor.
Is that how you're phrasing it?
That's how we're supposed to phrase it.
Oh, are we?
He's been looking for this girl for years and he found her, and I understand that this is not the person he's supposed to be looking for, but he feels like a winner today.
So weirdly enough, the person he also describes, I'm not actually sure this is this. I thought what he was describing was Emma when he describes the girl that he talks about. But so the girl he's actually been looking for, he didn't find.
Well, but it's not. I mean, Eloise Gardner doesn't exist, but it does. This woman has been trapped for years.
Yeah, remember he describes in I was in an alleyway and I was bleeding out and this girl ran.
That was Emma.
Correct.
Yeah.
So but that's the girl he thinks he's finding.
Mm-hmm.
That was tough.
I have one other winner.
Whoa, okay. Go.
Ivy.
I haven't done my winners at all, so.
Okay, Ivy.
Yeah, obviously.
Which again, I'm feeling a little shaky on this situation of
No, this is less shaky to me.
Ivy just let out this...
She did, but she knows that and doesn't care. This is not her being tricked about that. She knows how bad Gothel is, doesn't give a shit.
I don't know that she does know.
I think she does.
I'm not sure.
I mean, she knows that Gothel has magic. I mean, she does seem to know that this person... Like, I don't think she's unaware of who Gothel is. I just don't think she realizes the full consequences of what she's doing. But she knows that this is Gothel and just doesn't give a shit. But she had a single-minded goal. Make Victoria suffer. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, she won that.
And then Gothel obviously wins here.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that because we haven't seen anything from her perspective, but it's true.
That look that she gives Victoria at the end...
Yeah.
That's victory.
Money.
Yeah. We often say not being dead. Not being a captive also.
Yeah. And still scary. Scary as captive, scary as not captive.
Scary captive lady, scary freed lady.
You got anybody else?
Nope. I only have 2 winners.
Well, the next episode is called Pretty in Blue. Don't remember what that's about at all. And God, I hope that Blue isn't here.
Actually, we're going to Wonderland.
Oh, Alice is pretty in blue. I guess she does wear a blue dress. Yeah,
she does often wear a blue
accurate.
dress.
Okay, that's fun.
I think that'll be interesting because we just got introduced to Alice being Hook's kid, so I think Wonderland is a good introduction. I am curious to see what we do. Like, how do we resolve this bizarre hate triangle between Gothel, Victoria, and Drizella? Because they all hate each other, other than maybe Gothel and Drizella.
Well, and when you add Alice into that mix, we don't know how... Alice doesn't know anything about Gothel.
I don't think Alice is part of that, though. Like, she was created to, like, solve the problem, but she's, like, not actually really part of the, like... The issue is that, I'm just going to assume Victoria's Rapunzel. Rapunzel and Gothel hate each other. Victoria and Ivy hate each other. There's like this weird triangle of hate right now.
We also still don't know what happened to Anastasia.
Yeah, where does Jacinda fall into? Like, the more they bring the more of these characters in, and Jacinda doesn't even feel relevant to this story.
It's true.
So, like, this is what is weird. If Victoria is Rapunzel, she is both the victim and the villain. Because all the things that she has done to Cinderella and Jacinda still are horrid. Yeah. But then what Gothel did to her was horrid. So, like, what the fuck is happening right now?
I mean, it is on par for this show to make someone both a victim and a villain.
Usually not. Like, usually, other than, like, Regina, for the most part, you're just the villain who, like, something minor bad happened to you and then you lost your fucking mind.
Yeah.
Like, Zelina was abandoned, but, like, her going completely batshit crazy was of her own...
It's true.
Craziness. Or, like, Rumpel was misunderstood.
Cora got tripped and then decided to make people's backs bend until they break. I mean, I don't want to minimize how horrible the royalty was to the peasants in this scenario. Like, the tripping was just an outward thing that occurred, but...
I mean, I think it was the fact that she was bullied into going mad. Because it's more than the tripping thing, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Well, please be sure to...
One more time!
Please be sure to join us next time when we watch Season 7, Episode 8, Pretty in Blue.
And we will see you next time.